All right. Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alan with the Contractor School, and I have some friends here, Briana and her husband, Chris. And Chris went to my school. We're going to talk about that. But real quick, don't forget, every month we have our training, The Power to Gain Wealth. And so it's a free 3-hour course. This time it's going to be in Corona on Main Street. I want you guys all to come. I want you to experience how to live, thrive, grow, expand your business. I'm going to pour into you. Don't miss it. All right. So anyways, I want to introduce some people to you. Now, really quick, go ahead and what, Chris, is the name of your new business?
Our company's called HVAC and Chill.
Oh, I love that. HVAC and Chill.
Yeah.
And so now in the relationship, are you the more chill one?
Yeah.
He's definitely more chill.
Okay,
Guaranteed.
he's more chill.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. And so your wife is a good asset that helps you and gets you moving. Now, interesting, because when I asked you, you had written me an email, which I thought, wow, sometimes you don't get a whole lot of encouragement in life. And the email was just so positive, just thanking me for the advice and the different things that you guys have actually put into action. But when I asked you to come do the podcast, you're like, can my wife be on this too? Because she's been a strong instigator. Talk about that. Like, how did that look?
I don't know that I would have started or done construction at all or even got my license if it wasn't for her. So
Okay.
she's a huge part of the team, which is just us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what did that look like, Briana? Like, what were you thinking that you wanted to start motivating him towards that? What was going through your head?
I believe in him. He is just such a hard worker, and I saw his motivation. I think once we had kids, it was a game changer for him. I just saw just this complete shift in a mindset and being a hard worker, and with all of the construction knowledge that he's had over the years, and kind of putting that to work, right?
That's great.
So I just believe in him, and I think it's powerful to believe in somebody and consistently remind them what they're capable of.
Yeah.
And then they start, believing it.
Okay. So she's kind of like your rock in that scenario, right?
She's the one that pushes me to go.
Okay, that's good, man. Nothing like a great woman. The good book says that a man who has a good wife has a gift from God. And so that's a beautiful thing because they'll inspire you, encourage you, lift you up, build you up. And while you're out there, pray the heck for you, and all those kinds of things. So I think that's pretty amazing. Yeah. And so you saw his skill and talent, right?
Yep.
Okay. And you were like, okay, we're moving forward in life. We got a couple of kids, and he's got this, and you see greatness in him in those areas. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very cool. Now, we had talked, and you guys kind of, there was some financial challenges as you were getting your license and that kind of stuff. Without going into great detail, just kind of give the audience a little bit about what that looked like, maybe.
I just wanted to get my contractor's license just to make everything legitimate. I was always working as a handyman or under-the-table work, and I needed to go more professional, and that's why I wanted to get my contractor's license.
Yeah, you want to get that straightened out.
Exactly.
And so we had talked one day, right? You'd asked me, how can I navigate this? And and then some of those principles you took into play. And what were some of those things you ended up doing?
Other than getting my contractor's license, just encouragement of starting multiple different companies.
That's good.
And more than one income from multiple different ways.
Great.
So I didn't just get one contractor license. I got two since we
Awesome.
met.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. No, that's really cool. And so now you get to have your own company. Do you help out with some of the stuff in the business?
I do. I'm kind of the back end. I work alongside of him with scheduling and dealing with the customers and maintaining our customer database, helping out with invoicing and the accounting and kind of back end office, if you would, aspect of it.
I love that. So you guys are
Marketing.
basically like a team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can really
Scheduling,
get team.
advertising, she's in charge of all that. I just show up and do it.
Okay.
And she sets me up with everything.
I tell him where to go and then he goes.
All right, perfect. That's
It works
I have
out
no
really
idea
well.
what I'm doing until the day of.
Okay. She's
guides
got your
me.
back.
Yes.
She's the organizer,
Yes.
right?
Totally.
Okay. And then you go out and do it. That's a beautiful thing, especially when a husband and wife can legit work together. There's a lot of marriages that can't do that. So talk to me about that. Have you guys always kind of worked together? And
We've always made a really good team. fun story. We moved to Florida together in 2007 on a complete spontaneous whim.
Wow.
And when we got there, we both had landed a job and fully furnished this townhouse within 2 days.
Oh, wow.
We just make a really good team.
Oh,
and so
that's
this
great.
was established years ago of
Okay.
us making a really good team.
Okay.
So, it's always been a thing. We have a really strong relationship. And
That's
you're
awesome.
right. Not a lot of marriages can work together.
Yeah.
They can't work together in the
No,
same
you're right.
business. Absolutely.
So in order to do that, I know we're diverging into a couple interesting things, but I think this is valuable. Where on the level of friendship, you guys seem to be friends. Like, talk to me about that. What do you think about friendship between two of you? Where are you at on that?
So I always tell people I like him.
That's good.
They're like, what do you mean? You mean you love him, right? And I'm like, no, I do love him.
Yeah.
But I like him. I like to
Yeah.
be around him.
That's good.
And there was a short stint that Chris worked in a different industry.
Okay.
And he found it fascinating that the majority of his coworkers didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
So they would find other things to do after work. And
Okay.
he's like, gosh, I don't get it. Like, I want to go home to my wife.
Yeah.
So I think it's,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the communication, right? Communication is like paramount.
Yeah.
And we have really good communication.
Okay.
And we have a good friendship. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
He's my confidant.
So you guys have been around construction for a while. You've done work. You've ran into other contractors, and I would imagine that a lot of them don't work with their spouse to this
Almost
degree.
none.
So you see talk about how you see the benefit of your wife helping out in this area. How's that been? Because she's orchestrating so much for you. Has that been a blessing? Has it been a challenge? Has it been, how is that?
It's easier for
Yeah.
me. I don't feel like I'm by myself, and
Okay.
I have a partner that
Yeah.
helps me through everything. She
That's
guides
great.
me through life, so why not guide me through construction as
Yeah.
well? She's
Okay.
the best teammate you could ask.
Awesome. Like a Chip and Dale, right? Or Chip and, what's their name? Joanne. Chip and Joanne,
Joanne.
right?
Yeah,
You know Chip and
I was
Joanne?
like,
It's
Chip
a-
and
yeah, I'm
Joanne.
like Chip and Joanne.
Yes,
Chip and
yes.
Joanne, right?
Yeah.
So, she sends you all your appointments, sends you the addresses,
Yeah.
contacts the clients. You go take care of the work. Okay, I got to ask. Now, when you're there on the job, though, are you like Chip and just having fun? And,
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
that guy. Yeah. And everyone's
He
like, man,
is.
he
He's
works so
fun.
fast and hard, and
Yeah.
I have a good time with everything I do.
Good. That's awesome. Yeah, I love the positive outlook. Just talking to you guys before we started the podcast, at how positive you guys are, and doing some fun things with your family, and it's exciting. Now, since you got your license, you landed. You don't have to say the name of the company, but you landed a pretty good chain of business,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
And so that
Yeah.
keeps you busy. You're their preferred vendor.
Multiple different companies.
Wow.
call me, yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And our revenue has doubled every year.
Wow.
Since.
Yes, guaranteed. Yeah. From a small, just like mom and pop, which we still are,
Yeah.
but now we're bringing in so much revenue. It's amazing.
So for a while, you weren't licensed, and you were
Right,
just
for
doing
years.
jobs like handyman.
Oh, yeah.
What did that feel like? As people were asking you to do bigger jobs, what was that hard to sleep at night?
I think
sometimes, or
the
what?
hard part was like the money, the taxes, if I create flood or something happens, and when people ask me to do something and I have to tell them that I'm not licensed, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
at
you didn't like
all.
that.
No,
Yeah.
years and years of like,
Okay.
can you just pay me in cash? And,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it.
I think I was a bit more stressed over it.
Yes.
Where are you? Yeah.
I think I was a bit more stressed over it. As
Okay.
Trey's like, it's going to be fine, and I know he was covering that stress, right? And not
Okay.
trying to show
Yeah.
how worried he was about it to kind of
Yes.
to ease my mind.
Yeah.
But I mean, I lose sleep over everything, right? So it was
Yeah.
one of those constant, like,
Yeah.
the God forbids, right?
So this was a weight on you
Oh,
guys
Big
for a
time.
while. You wanted to
Years.
fix it,
Yes.
and so then you started encouraging him to do that. That's so good, because I run into a lot of people who sometimes they have a hard time sleeping at night. They're carrying this weight and the stress. They know they want to fix it. They don't know where to go. They don't know who's going to be able to take care of them. They don't know the steps or the process.
How to get there.
It's like, what do I do? So were you the one who began to look for the school and call around and
No,
find
he,
out?
Oh, it was
he
me.
did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Okay,
He
how'd
did.
you do that? You did it on a phone,
I
computer?
started COVID happened, and I was at home and watching YouTube videos, and you just happened to pop up on one.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah,
Now
so
you guys
it works. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Now
pop
it
up on a
works.
YouTube video, and I'm like, wow, he's in Southern California. Like this
Okay.
might actually come down to something. So
Yeah.
I think it was a different time during COVID, and I was like, I'm just going to get my license. I wasn't working a lot.
I
so-
remember distinctly. He came home one day and he was like, "So, how do you feel about me going to school? Once a week?" And I was like, "School? Okay. What are we going for? What are we doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now when he told me, I was like, "Absolutely, I support this. This is great."
Yeah.
Yeah, and just again, anything he goes after, I'm gonna support. Be his biggest cheerleader, rooting him on,
Yeah.
praying for him.
Yeah.
But it was really, what was really cool? The kids got to see
Yeah.
him studying,
Yeah.
going to a class at night,
Yeah.
coming back,
Yeah.
having some inspiration, having words of encouragement from you. It was awesome for my children
Yeah.
to watch Daddy continue to educate himself, to make things right for the business,
Yeah.
for the family. Testing,
Yeah.
seeing him study.
Yeah.
It was really amazing, because kids
Yes.
think in their little minds, like, school's over and then you're done, right?
Yeah.
And so I always tell the kids, like, remain teachable.
Yeah.
Always want to
Yes.
learn more.
That's so good.
And
I
it was
love
it was such a it
Love
was,
it.
it was so cool to just watch their little
Yeah.
eyes look up. They look up to him.
It's a beautiful thing. I like that you brought that up because, we never really talk about that because kids look to their fathers and their mothers and they see him studying and growing, as you're seeing. He's leveling up. He's doing something to better himself and his family, to bring home more to his family.
And they watched
Yeah.
it. They were a part
Yeah.
of it. They
Yes,
were a part
yes,
of that.
Yes.
So-
So you found us online
Yeah.
on
Yep.
YouTube.
Yep.
You called us up. You got signed up. Now, so how was that experience? Talk to me. I know I didn't ask you this. How was your experience in our school?
I came often. It was only one night a week, but you continuously, even if the classes were the same, and I just kept coming and coming until I was comfortable. And I liked that part. You told me I could just keep watching. Here's a whole bunch of videos. The practice test is what really, really helped me a lot. Not just the first time I got my license, which was for countertops, but then I got an HVAC license, and he gave me material for that as well. And I came back 2 years later for that. And the guidance and the testing online, especially, and the in-person classes is where I really learned a lot.
Now you came here in Temecula, did the
Yes.
in-person, so you predominantly had me unless I
Correct,
was
yeah.
traveling. And it's okay. Tell me goods and bads. How was I? Did I do okay at teaching?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
You always answer questions, and even if it's just the smallest thing, you're helpful.
I appreciate
I
that.
think even maybe one time he told me that you stayed after class and you guys had
Yeah.
a talk for a while.
I
So,
knew you
mean,
were there.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
Knew you were there for him,
Yeah.
knowing that you were there to answer any questions and any and all questions that he had. I
That's
think that's
great.
really big, to not feel like you're rushed out of a class. Okay, class is over. Dismiss.
Yes.
You go. So he definitely felt the support.
I love that. What inspires me is he shared that with you,
Yes.
his wife, and then you can say this from secondhand knowledge because you and I hadn't met.
No.
And my passion is your success. That's always what's on our bags and on our books. I thrive on being there for people, helping them, walking through. I'm good at taking complicated things like construction law, simplifying them so they can get through the process, and hopefully making the process as simple as possible. You study, you do your work, we're going to help you with the application, all that kind of stuff, and to be there for them. I always tell people, I want to be a resource even now that you got your license.
Yeah.
Wherever you're going, you need help with something, you're leveling up into bigger construction projects.
Right.
Take me out to lunch. It's free advice. You're buying lunch and you got me, right?
Yeah.
I eat lunch every day, and I tell my students that.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciate that. So you got through the program,
Right.
passed the first try, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And you got your license. Now talk about that test. What did that feel like when you walked in there?
When it came to the law test, ready.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good.
I confident
Okay.
because I took the classes. Now,
Yes.
I wasn't hesitant at all
Good.
in regards to that test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Comfortable.
Well, very good. So you got your license, and when they pushed that button and it said you passed, how did you feel?
nervous all the way till the end.
Yeah. But once they push the button, right?
Oh yeah, as soon as you hit submit, oh man.
And they said you passed. How did your heart jump?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they make you put like your phone and everything all in a locker, so I couldn't wait to call her.
Yeah.
But she already knew.
And I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I'm sitting back just like waiting for the phone to ring,
Yes.
But it's funny because every time he has gone out to take any test, I'm so confident in him that I'm like, he's going to be calling, letting me know he's passed. So I didn't have any doubts, but it's still nerving.
Yeah.
It's exciting nerve.
Well, because you love him, you want him to level up. You know what he's doing to benefit the family, your team, and so you're rooting for him. You're cheerleading him on and the thing that he wants to do, and it's going to benefit everything, right? So that's beautiful, dude. You got a great wife. I hope you know that. Yeah. All right, you do.
And it changed life for me so drastically that all I could think after I passed that test and the excitement that we both got. What else can I do?
Yep.
Yeah. What else can I pass?
Exactly.
What else?
Yes,
Yeah.
he
And
did.
it
He's like,
opened my.
I
I was like,
more.
that was fun, and congratulations to
Yeah.
me. I did it, but we're going to do a lot more.
There you go.
Yeah.
So talk to me now. You got your license. Now you wake up in the morning, and the stress, that worry, what happened to it? Is it gone? Was it like?
Oh, the stress is still there.
But not that you're unlicensed,
Not
right?
not that part of it. Yes.
That's gone.
Yeah.
That weight is gone.
That
But
weight
you
is
take
big
on a
time gone.
whole new.
To grow it.
You take
Right,
on
to
more
grow
as
it.
a
Right.
business
In order
owner.
to
You
grow
take
it, you
on
take
a
on more
lot.
stress,
I
you
think
take on
more
more
stress.
weight.
Now that the test was over, it's not.
Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah.
You don't just get your license and then magically make hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to work hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
You
got
have
to
to
make
work
that
hard.
happen.
You can't just get the license. You got to work too.
Yeah, I love that. We got to work hard,
Yeah.
and that working it produces for us. So now you can see, because now you don't have to worry about doing anything unlicensed.
Right.
You can go out there and bid any job you want, as big as you want.
The advertising,
Yeah.
everything is all there at your fingertips as soon as you're licensed. As soon as you pass
Yes.
that test, you can go to any platform and now advertise for, and that's how I get most of my work is through the big advertisements, which they won't take you if you're not licensed.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's what I need.
Yes.
It opened up a lot of
A
doors.
lot
That's
of
great.
doors.
Now,
yes.
don't forget, when you get a chance, get some video, get some film. Everybody that goes through our school, we like to make that first really nice video for you that you can take. You can put it all over your social media. We're going to put it on our social media. And don't forget, I don't know if you did you go to our website, homeproworks.com, where we get leads from everybody, restaurateurs, hoteliers, all that are constantly calling me to get a contractor. And I tell my contractors, the only people allowed on Home Pro Works are people who went through my school. Anybody who else who went to another school, sorry, but they don't get to go on my thing. I'm benefiting the guys who chose me. You chose me, I choose you. The other thing is, I own a fix and flip pump company. We buy houses like crazy. For those of you that are watching on this video, the apartments there, I own those. And so we own apartments and houses. And so that company, if you want on that vendor list, you go to that website, which is you're going to find in the description for those of you watching the video. But it's basically rocksolidap.com. You put your information there. I think you did, right? And then now you're on that vendors list. So whenever we need countertops or HVAC or whatever you do, we're going to send you the home. You go there, you go check it out, you shoot us over a bid, and boom. I want to make sure that my contractors thrive and that we have a long-term friendship, and you have me as a resource for as long as I'm around. So I love that.
I don't know that there's been 6 months or a year that's passed that I haven't had a question for you that I emailed you and you responded.
Awesome.
And if it was how to scale a company or what do I need to do 5 years from now to get where I want to be, and you'll reply.
That's awesome. I love it.
It's extremely helpful, and I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah,
Very
that's
grateful
great.
for you.
That's great. Let me see. Is there anything that you would think of that you would like to say? If someone's listening to this and they go, you know what, I'm really thinking about getting my contractor's license, what would you think from a wife perspective? Or even address, there's a lot of women out there that are now starting to get contractor's license. What do you think? What would you tell
Yeah,
them?
I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. Now that I've been through the entire process with him, alongside, I think it's a no-brainer. Like that definitely the weight of having a license, being insured, right?
Yeah.
Doing it the legit route, but I think the sense of accomplishment is just one in itself that people don't really talk about. I mean, feeling accomplished, being proud of yourself, you accomplished something, but really opening a lot more doors.
Okay.
I would go for it. I would.
That's great.
Don't question it. Don't doubt. Just go do it.
Do it.
Do it. You won't be sorry. You won't regret it.
Yeah. How about you? What would you say to these contractors
I think
out there?
the number one question I get, because I'm around people all the time that are not licensed, and I'll tell, hey, get it. It's super easy. Go to Temecula. I've referred people to your class. Some are actively in it right now, and they still talk to them today.
That's awesome.
And they say, well, how much does it cost? I'm like, I don't think it matters. $300, $1,000, $1,500. If you have to say, I can't afford the $350, you shouldn't be in construction.
Yeah.
Because the minuscule amount of money versus what you'll make in a year's time, you'll make that $1,000.
The reward.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you can't afford the $350,000, $650, you should
Make it happen.
You should do
Just
something.
make it happen.
Go work
Yeah.
for somebody and don't work for yourself.
Yeah, I love that. I wasn't even talking about this, but I generally have told people, we'll go into Costco or some big store, box store, and we'll go buy and slap down money to buy a big flat screen TV.
And don't even think about it for a second.
And the ROI on that is zero. It's just hanging on your wall. But when you invest your money in a license that's going to bring you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the span of years, it's like a no-brainer. And so a lot of times people don't think about that. They just think, the cost of everything. They got this negative mindset. I want to break that and create a positive prosperity mindset so they know that, hey, they can get their license, grow and scale, their business is going to do better, they're going to sleep better, their family's going to be better, their significant other's going to be happier because they're living their dream, they're producing more money. It's just a win-win-win.
Invest in yourself.
I love that right there. Yeah. Invest in yourself.
Yep.
Well, I want you guys to know that as long as I'm alive, I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you chose us. We're here for you. Anytime you guys need to grab lunch or, you have things that you want advice on, just email me, give us a call. We'd love to be able to help you out there. Yeah. And thank you. Thank you again for choosing our school. You know what I mean?
Thank
I'm
you.
glad I did it.
Thank you for offering this.
Appreciate you guys. So one last time, tell everybody the name of your business.
HVAC and Chill.
HVAC and Chill. So when you guys need HVAC, are you doing the countertops too, or just mainly
All HVAC now.
Okay,
All
so all
HVAC.
HVAC, more money there. So we need HVAC. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. And for all you guys that are listening in, you have graduated our school. You're going to be next on these podcasts, so we'll be reaching out. Briana, thank you. I love that you came out. I love that you support your husband. It's a beautiful gift to him. So that is amazing. Awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right.